Welcome, beautiful people. Today, has a promise, I have the special guest. We have Jay Lira from Texas here with us to share who he is, his story, and also I want to introduce Jay on my own way. I've been meeting this beautiful soul on my journey through Instagram. I was creating my ING page for cooking, and well, Jay showed up texting me a beautiful message and being a part of his project of life. Guys, is a owner of and the author of Podcast 23, which is in a beautiful transmission on Spotify and many other channels, but I let Jay explain what exactly is. So, Jace, welcome to the program, and I am very grateful to be here with you.
Yeah, hey Oliver, how's it going, man? I really appreciate you bringing me on too. Yeah, so I host a podcast called Podcast 23. With dealing with my own challenges and dealing with my own kind of internal work, I try to create an outlet for me to connect with other people. I wanted to create something that I can connect with not only creative people, but to share their story as well. And I feel like with everybody in the world, there's something that we can always relate to with people. And so I really created Podcast 23 as an opportunity to connect with others, but also grow within my own journey as well. And so it was funny because right when I started Podcast 23, I started doing inner work on myself. So I started meditating, journaling, and getting a lot closer to God. And at that time, that was like the very beginning stages. And at that time, that's when I tried to reach out to people on social media to do interview shows with for my podcast. And one of the first words or keywords that I looked up was like art. And whenever I searched art, Alessandro was one of the first people that came up, and it was his chef profile. So I had no idea about he was into meditation and the path of light. Like I didn't know any of that. I just saw the art of being a chef, and so when we reached out, I reached out to him, and we connected. I mean, we really just hit it off. It was awesome, and he was really welcoming and really supportive of my channel. I think at the time I only had like one or two episodes. So for him to come on with like no episodes, not a big following, I really appreciate him. I'm really grateful and thankful for him to take a chance on me and take a chance on my podcast. So yeah, so he came on board and we did a show, and after that because I started my journey to like healing, there's still challenges that came up. There was a lot of challenges that I was facing at the time, and I continuously kept, reaching out to Ale and asking him for advice, asking him for, his opinion on things. And so he's been nothing but a huge blessing, man, really guiding me into the right way to how to see things in a different perspective. And I think his teachings are great as far as like he's bringing his own experience to the table, and it's really helped me. Like, hey, this is how I deal with it, or this is how I've gone through things. So it's really him guiding, then less of, hey, you need to do this or that. So, no, I really appreciate Ale for having me, and I'm really excited to be here and continue to see this channel grow as well.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciated also the opportunity you gave me, but I want to mention like very clear to everyone, like because they may think about teachings and I don't want to label myself as a teacher. I am in the same journey as everyone goes, and I recognize how we struggle to life by facing my own journey of life. So from that point, I've chosen to bring into the light my journey and also me connecting with God as well as Jay was mentioning. I was being guided to create this beautiful channel, the Holy Spirit to Light, as a community because the main goal is to give the experience of life, a self-reflection, a healing vibration for everyone to be able to do their inner work. There's no teachers, there's no guru can heal anyone. And this is the beautiful message I also been received from God, because in today's day, many outside there, they are sharing sometimes wrong ideas of what real healing is. So, guys, I am very grateful to be here for everyone, but also I'm very grateful to being a part of your journey, Jay, because
Yeah.
you also open me my journey like a very beautiful, like deeper inner work to even have great myself. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome, man, and thank you too. And I think for the listeners out there or people that are watching this, I think that's the goal that, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, Olive. I think that's your goal for the Holy Streets of Light, like this channel specifically. As the community, we continue to support and encourage each other, and also to give like the best practices, things that help us and things that don't. And I mean, for the listeners out there, I can't tell you how many times I called Alessandro like crying, like, man, why do I deal with this? How do I deal with that? And it was just always supportive. It's a place to love, and he's definitely created a safe space for me. And my goal is for other people to have that with Ale and even with myself too. Like, if anybody has any questions or if they're starting their journey as well, and um, it's the community, right? So as the community, you help support each other and you love each other. So I
Yeah.
think that's exactly, that's why I was really happy to be a part of this project that Allah started.
And also, I want to mention there's no difference of people, race, ages. Like we are all in different journeys of life, and we all deserve to be in the spot of light and heal ourselves. So it's safe for everyone to come on the stage when they feel ready, of course, because if we don't feel ready, don't do it. But whenever you feel the alignment of bringing your topics or whatever you is bothering you into the light, and working together to understand the emotion behind to heal the emotion, I feel it's already like a half or over 75% of the right work for you and for us together to break out of the cycle of break out of the partners, and we give the opportunity to others as well, like to heal, because in the end of the story we are not different, we are all coming from the same source.
Yeah. No, that's beautifully said. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And even with my during my journey and how much I go to Olive for advice and for just his guidance. He also he talks to me too about things that's going on in his personal life as well. And so being able to have a channel that's authentic and organic to where we can share with one another or share things that work for us and things that may have not worked for us, or even get an opinion and guidance on, hey, what do you think about this? I think that's beautiful, and I think that needs to be more said, because at the end of the day, we're not alone. We're not alone. And when you have a community that's based on positivity, love, and support, I mean, so many great things can come from that. And so that's why I'm really excited to be here and continue to grow, get into, different specific topics. But I know for this one, it's really bringing the introduction of Allah's vision for building this community, and then me helping him support that by, bringing more people in to share their story. And I'm sure if there's a listener out there, I'm sure there's something we can learn from you too. So
Yeah.
it's all just, yeah, it's a non-judgment,
Community.
organic and loving community. And so I'm excited to see more people be a part of this. But, me being a testament after off camera, me and Allah's relationship off camera has been so organic. And he's anytime I text him, "Hey, Ollie, you got a second?" or whatever, like he's always there for me. So I always appreciate him, and even him opening up and sharing with me too with his challenges that he deals with in his life. So yeah, man, I'm just really excited, and I think that's really the point is really just create a safe place for people to grow and heal.
But also, Jay, I want to let also our people who's watching the program understand why we and I am also focused on sharing this safe space. The reason why is because I feel the future or the energy is about to enter in our life is about creating this community and to help each other, like have a beautiful imagine of our planet the earth, and all of us holding the hands one to another and walking into the planet. How
Mhm.
beautiful could be like sharing these messages of love, and how powerful as well it's going to be in our life. It's a kind of a winning our deepest fear, and our deepest fear is embracing our light and be powerful beyond measure, and this is
Mhm.
so beautiful.
Yeah, no, I agree, man, and trying to find that within myself too. So that's something I wanted to start with, just kind of like my routine and what I do is, and feel free to share your opinion, Ale, on your opinion on my routine. But something I've been doing is meditating, and the way I do meditation is I do a 5 minute kinesthetic meditation. So it's just 5 minutes, and kinesthetic is when you use the body. So they'll tell me it's like a video that I watch, and it's like, hey, like make a ball, make a fist, make your fist into a ball, and put all your stress, everything you're worried about into it, and then like there's a fire in front of you. Now put your hand out and put it in the fire. So it does a lot of that, like 5 minutes of going through right hand, left hand, and then inside, and then look inside and imagine putting in the fire. That's been really helpful for me. And then right after that, I follow that up with like a 10 minute like silent meditation where I'm just sitting with my thoughts, not moving. And something that's really helped me with the 10-minute meditation, because I'll be honest to the listeners, man, when I first started meditating, it was very difficult. Like I would do only 5 minutes at first, but like after 2 minutes, I would start opening my eyes and like, did the timer go off? Am I like, did I even press start? Like I would get so antsy and anxious. And so now that I was able to grow from 5 to 7 and to 10, it's really been like I'm really proud of myself to get that long and sit in stillness. And I know that's still, people do a lot longer, but like for me, like 10 is great for me. And one thing, and I'll get your opinion on just the meditation part, Aleph, is I recently on podcast 23, I recently did a show with a woman named Veronica from Sweden. And something that really resonated with me on that podcast episode, and I encourage everyone to go see that episode with Veronica. But she talks about if you can feel it, you can be it. And so now when I'm doing my 10-minute meditations, I'm really trying to feel what that feels like the love and the success and the positivity and the high frequency. Like when I'm sitting there in silence, like I'll sit there and try to, what does that feel like having a high vibration and high frequency. Like I try to, that's what I try to connect. I try to meditate and make it to where I can feel it and not just think it, but feel it as well. Like what would that feel like in my body? Like super happy, super positive, and like fearless. So that's what I've been doing recently, just for the meditation part, and I'd love to get your opinion on that.
It's amazing. Yes, she gave you the right tool because let's begin to say the clear understanding what is meditation, because many people think meditation is something you are going out of a planet, or Now, actually, there's a lot of way that you can actually do.
Yeah,
Like you can even teletransport yourself, but this is on a very advanced
right.
level of higher meditation. So for everyone who is in the beginning of meditation, the real meditation is being in the present moment. The future and the past don't exist. So what you basically face is the emotion that are coming through you from your subconscious level of mind in the present moment that you are connecting with your breath. Well, it's very difficult in the beginning because the mind is the illusion chain, is a cage. And when you start connecting with your breath, the mind says, "Oh, alarm, alarm, alarm. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? I've been programmed for something different." So your mind goes in tilt. But with a stable practice, you will be able to shift from the scarcity of mindset of protection, because the mind does not recognize in the journey of today when you choose the time of relaxing yourself. Because also meditation is about recharging yourself, recalibrate yourself. Out of the physical matters, we are physical beings. And this is, I am going to share on a higher concept. But you have also to see your body as a spirit. And the spirit, he has the highest technology to heal itself. So when you are capable of connecting with your spirit, that is the most playful time you can ever do,
Mm,
because you can reprogram all yourself. You can shift from that lack of presence into full alignment of abundance, understanding what you were emanating as a soul in scarcity and correcting with a more positive, loving energy. So, meditation is a very important tool that it connects body, mind, and soul to on a higher and deepest level. But also is very important because it's helping you to heal yourself with the frequency, with love, with connecting with God. Because when you go in meditation and you open yourself, you are open yourself in God.
mhm,
In the beginning, maybe nothing can happen because it's a part of journey, it's a part of practicing. But when you direct your energy toward the source and nothing else, you are going directly to talk with God. You are not going to intermediary like beings here and out. Because also you brought on a deeper level of understanding meditation, and meditation, it gives you the possibilities to talk with different spices of the universe as well. It's giving you abilities that you are not even aware. So in the next appointment, I will try even deeper if someone are going to ask us how to really meditate, and also what exactly in this present moment they process and they want to know. I begin to say I don't have all the answers, but on my experience, as Jay said, I start with the technique of 5 minutes a day, but every single five every single time I was meditating, I was doing this, or I was too exhausted with the body, or my mind was going to a protection mode, or sometimes when trance happen is because you are in a higher state of vibration, and you have the psychic or clairvoyant gift to connect with different dimension and spices around the universe. So you are basically gifted from God to do a work to help humanity. But this tool, it also has to be filtered, because there's a lot of um, things happening in that state that today I don't feel is the right appointment to explain all of them. But it may also be choose to use in a positive or a negative. But let's always focus on love and the
Mhm.
purpose of light and purpose of giving into the light.
And so your opinion on just like how I'm doing it, do you have any suggestions on what I could
It's
do to
perfect.
improve, or is it good? Oh, it's perfect. Okay.
You are beginning one, being conscious with yourself.
Hmm.
Second, you are learning tools, and if you keep it as a tools without recognize yourself as the right technique, you will be capable of expanding yourself and thrive with your own technique as far as you gonna advance.
Hmm.
When you will be advancing from 7 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, you will start to align deeper with your higher self. And I truly believe that you are a believer of God as well. You will be able to connect deeper in a deeper level with God as well. And that will it will lead you to shift, to work deeper in yourself with your emotion into a higher state of being.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you said that because I mean, I think that's something I want to share with the followers too is like, Jay, why did you start this? Why are you working on meditations? Why are you journaling and praying and why are you even here? You know? And I think to answer that question is because I want to find peace, you know? Like I've dealt with a lot of internal struggles within myself and things with family and I've been just for so long trying to find that peace and that clarity. And it's like, man, something's like got to change, like the habits that I would do to deal with all this trauma and all this pain and all this, something that you taught me, emotional scars. I would go party, I would go drink, I would go smoke or, it wasn't healthy. And I knew that it finally brought me to a point to where like, okay, this isn't what God, I don't feel like this is what God intended for me. There's a deeper meaning and there's things that are still holding me back that I was using those substances to cover up, the trauma and the hurt that I had. And then finally it just brought me like got me on my knees and I was like, I need to find clarity. I need to find peace and heal from this because I don't want to continue to rely on these substances just to live everyday life, Like I want to have the peace within myself to go and enjoy life and be myself, So for the listeners out there, that's why I'm here today. That's why I'm, starting this journey and want to continue to connect with other people. But also why I reach out to Olive so much too is because yeah, since he's been doing this for years, it's like, yeah, it's natural for me to ask for his opinion and his advice on different things. So, but yeah, I should have added that in the beginning, but before we get too long into the video, I want people to understand why I started my journey too. my why is that I want to have peace within my own life and to connect with others, but also for my own family as well. And I want to be able to spread that love and find love within myself and be able to enjoy life again because for so long it's been my life has been kind of artificial a little bit, trying to use these different substances to avoid the love that I have inside or like the hurt or trauma that I've been dealing with. So but yeah, man, that's why I'm here, and I mean, I like to get your opinion on that.
I truly hear you.
Yeah,
And what you shared is also isn't a reflection of what truly happened within me when basically I came across the awakening.
yeah,
And that moment of life, I was very happy and aware of sleep and repressing my emotion. So what the whole awakening happening was for me to face those emotions and then learn how to heal them with acceptance, how to let them go. So accepting, feeling, embracing, and shifting into the light.
hmm
And everything was possible only by doing meditation
hmm
because it's painful,
yeah,
but at the same time, once you become the master of yourself,
hmm
that trauma, that emotion are not anymore scaring you and causing you damage, but become your strength. You become wiser. You learn what truly means aligning in goodness instead to live out of scarcity and fear. So for me, it was one of the best ever blessing of life. But
hmm
I was struggling like as well, like replacing and placing stuff in my life to keep myself busy. I've been working as chef, and Jay, I began at the age and stage of 13 years old. And when you work as a chef, especially I've been trained in Italy, they give you on a train with a strong background where you have to do 14, 16 hours a day in the kitchen in a higher level of cuisine. And these bring you to hide your emotion. You have no ideas, no clue what can happen outside of in the real world. You are closed in a box. You are sharing the heart of love. But how many chefs in today's day are suffering the same emotion of alcoholism? Because in the kitchen, 80% of the chefs are alcohol dependent.
yeah,
How many chefs using drugs in the kitchen? A lot of to stand a long hours. And this is what creates
hmm
dependency, what you escape, your life, who you are, yourself. And
hmm
also is a reason why at this age, after the work I have done, I want to use this experience of life to help many others.
hmm
And you beautiful said you bring into the light on a very amazing concept.
yeah. And you helped me understand that, and I'll this is the last thing I'll say, but I think that's one of the major things for all the listeners out there that Allah made me realize is you have to love yourself. And when Allah told me that, I had already started journaling for like 3 months or not 3 months, but I was journaling every day for like a month or two already at that point when he told me that. And then like that struck a chord with me so hard. Like I can't, you guys can't imagine how hard I started crying when he told me that. Because when he said that, it struck a chord with me because all this journaling that I've been doing every single day for 2 months, not once did I say I love myself. Not once did I write that down. It's always different things like, at the time it was just like, I will be strong, I will be this, I will be that, and it was never putting myself for like to the forefront of my love and saying, you know what, I'm doing a great job. I am doing amazing. I am a great person. And we can get into that later, like why it was so hard for me to love myself. But I think that was one of the key, like, monumental points that you helped me realize. Like after I told you a lot of things that were going on in my life, like the first thing you told me was like, you have to love yourself. I was like, dang, it's like as simple as that was. It was like I for so long of my life I could never make that connection. Like I never, as simple as it is, I never thought about that. I was like, man, that is a core issue with like when I start looking about myself internally, that's a big part of me is like not loving myself and who I am. I'm always like, I need to be better. I need to do I need to be here. I need to be there. I don't need to be it's like, no, dude, like love who you are as today and like living in the moment like you said. So that's one of the last key things I want to share on this episode is like how you pointed me to that. After everything I told you, you were like, bro, this is the number one thing you got to focus on. So I really appreciate you, man. I really thank you for, opening my eyes to that and continue to walk this path with you, man. And it's beautiful and it's amazing. But like I said, man, thank you again for having me on the show. And I'm really excited to see where this goes. But I mean, before we end off, I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I am grateful for this appointment, and yes, I want to confirm to the people that we will thrive deeper in the next episode as
Hmm.
well about topics and stories of life. But sometimes I don't have middle way. So what means when someone needs to hear a specific message, God doesn't give me the middle way. Means what I receive, I has to give. Because using the gift I discover with meditation and connection with God, with my faith to the Christ as well, sometimes to help someone in compassion and listening them, you have to be direct to speak in their heart. Otherwise, they won't perceive the message. And even they don't perceive in the right moment that you express it, you have planted seed. And the seed is going to develop on divine timing. Which means, in the end of the story, the person will go through the love you are mentioning or the message you are giving out. But all is happening with our level of openness to receive, because it's not only to give but also to receive. And when you begin the relationship to love yourself, is also you are not only building the relationship of who you are, but also you build the relationship of be who you are with God, and allow yourself to receive what God has for you. And I think also the purpose I am bringing to light is to sharing this little knowledge, because I don't want to call it teaching.
Hmm.
I don't like labeling. And even God, one day into the message of meditation, I was saying, God, what is my purpose of life? Why you put me here? What I have to
Hmm.
do? And the frequency of the message was, don't label yourself as a many does. Be the brother who walk in truth. Don't force anyone to listen to you. Open the door for who wants to work with you and walk away from anything that they want to try to hurt you. So this message brought me to on a deeper level of understanding, and also give me this love to embrace and to start this journey. So I will be more than happy to share more of this, who I am, during the next episode. Me and Jay actually we will be collaborate together. So if you feel you want to come and step into your light, we are here to listen to you. Not only in the Holy Spirit to Light, but also Jay with the podcast 23. He will be more than happy to have you there and to let a safe space for you to be open to express yourself. Because remember, everything you express to the light out of your mouth, it's on a vibration that it come through the light, and that vibration he start to healing because you became aware. So don't worry, be who you are today. Release the fear and come with love to be part of this community. For today, I wish you all the best. If you like the appointment, put a like, follow, and subscribe. And see you next time in the next appointment of the Holy Street to Light. Thank you.